For over 5,000 years, a civilization built monuments that defied time, worshipped gods that walked among men, and held secrets so powerful, the world is still trying to decode them. This is the story of ancient Egypt, and what you're about to see will change everything you thought you knew about history. The birth of a civilization, from Nile to nation. Over 5,000 years ago, along the life-giving waters of the Nile, something extraordinary was stirring. In a land of endless deserts and unforgiving sun, the Nile transformed barren soil into a green paradise, nurturing the world's first great civilization. This was not just a river, it was the artery of life, carrying sustenance, commerce, and culture, shaping the destiny of a people who would leave a mark on history that still captivates us today. From scattered tribes to organized kingdoms, Egypt rose under visionary leaders who dreamed of unity and power. The legendary King Narmer, often called the first pharaoh, accomplished what no one had done before. He united Upper and Lower Egypt, forging a nation destined for greatness. Alongside the Nile, Egyptians began building not just communities but a civilization of unprecedented ambition, with intricate systems of governance, religion, and innovation that would influence humanity for millennia. Imagine a world where every sunrise over the Nile was a promise of life, a canvas for monumental achievements, and a stage for gods to walk among men. The story of Egypt's birth is not just history, it's a testament to human ingenuity, vision, and the relentless pursuit of immortality. 2. The monumental legacy of the pharaohs. Imagine standing at the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza, feeling the weight of history pressing down, each stone whispering secrets of a civilization obsessed with eternity. The pharaohs of ancient Egypt weren't just rulers, they were gods on earth, visionaries who commanded armies, inspired artisans, and reshaped the very landscape of the world. Khufu, Ramses the Great, and their legendary successors constructed monuments so colossal, so precise, that even today engineers marvel at how they were achieved without modern technology. Every pyramid, obelisk, and temple was more than stone, it was a symbol of divine power, an eternal statement etched into the desert for the gods and mortals alike. These structures told stories of conquest, devotion, and ambition, reflecting a society that celebrated both life and the promise of immortality. The Sphinx, with its enigmatic gaze, guards the mysteries of kings and commoners alike, reminding us that Egypt's monuments were designed to awe, inspire, and endure. Step into this world, and you'll see a civilization where architecture was not just functional, it was a declaration of power, art, and faith, a legacy so monumental that it continues to shape our imagination. Thousands gods, magic, and the quest for eternity. Step into a world where the lines between mortals and gods blurred, and every action carried cosmic significance. In ancient Egypt, life was not merely lived, it was a sacred journey guided by deities, magic, and the unyielding pursuit of immortality. Egyptians believed that death was not the end, but a gateway to eternity, and they meticulously prepared for it with rituals, spells, and monumental tombs filled with treasures for the afterlife. The Book of the Dead, carved into tomb walls, whispered secrets of resurrection, protection, and divine favor, ensuring the soul's safe passage through a perilous underworld. Pharaohs were seen as living gods, their lives entwined with the divine, commanding temples, priests, and rituals that maintained the balance of Ma'at, truth, order, and cosmic harmony. Every amulet, every incantation, and every sacred ceremony was designed to harness mystical powers that could alter fate itself. The monumental pyramids, the mysterious Sphinx, and hidden chambers weren't just feats of engineering, they were sacred spaces where magic and mortality collided. To witness ancient Egypt is to enter a civilization where belief and reality were inseparable, where the quest for eternal life drove art, science, and society, leaving a legacy of wonder, mystique, and timeless fascination. 4. Queens and conquerors, women of power. Ancient Egypt was a land of gods and kings, but it was also a stage for extraordinary women who defied tradition and reshaped history. Queens like Hatshepsut, one of the few female pharaohs, rose to power in a world dominated by men, ruling with intelligence, vision, and unparalleled ambition. She commissioned grand temples, pioneered trade expeditions to distant lands, and ensured Egypt's prosperity, leaving a legacy carved in stone for all eternity. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was not just a queen, she was a strategist, diplomat, and master of influence, whose alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony changed the fate of empires. These women wielded power with cunning and charisma, commanding armies, managing vast resources, and shaping the political landscape of one of history's most powerful civilizations. Their stories are not only tales of ambition and brilliance, they are a testament to resilience, intelligence, and audacity. In a civilization obsessed with immortality, these queens ensured the names would echo through time, leaving a mark as indelible as the pyramids themselves. Ancient Egypt proves that power was not always inherited through men, and sometimes, it walked on heels that could shake the foundations of the world. 5. Science, medicine, and innovation beyond time. Long before modern technology, ancient Egypt was a civilization of extraordinary intellect, where observation, experimentation, and ingenuity reshaped the world. Egyptian scholars mapped the stars, developing an early form of astronomy that guided agriculture, architecture, and religious rituals. Their understanding of the human body was unparalleled. From setting broken bones to performing complex surgeries, Egyptian physicians combined empirical knowledge with spiritual insight, laying the foundations of modern medicine. Mathematics was not just for trade, it was the blueprint for constructing the monumental pyramids, precise temples, and labyrinthine tombs that continue to baffle engineers today. They invented calendars, measured the heavens, and even understood the principles of irrigation that turned deserts into fertile farmland. But science in Egypt was never separate from art or belief, it was intertwined with magic, religion, and the pursuit of eternity. Every observation, invention, or formula was designed to honor the gods and extend human life beyond death. In a world without electricity, computers, or modern tools, Egyptians achieved feats that still inspire awe and wonder. To explore their innovations is to witness a civilization that thought beyond time, leaving a legacy of brilliance that continues to shape science, medicine, and human imagination millennia later. 6. The fall and legacy of an empire. As the centuries passed, Egypt faced waves of conquest and change. Assyrians, Persians, Greeks, and Romans challenged the might of the pharaohs, and yet, the spirit of Egypt endured. Even as dynasties fell and empires crumbled, the ideas, architecture, art, and religion of Egypt traveled far beyond its borders, influencing civilizations for centuries. Temples became inspiration for Roman architecture, Egyptian myths shaped religious thought, and the enigmatic hieroglyphs inspired scholars and explorers alike. Egypt's story is not one of defeat, it's a tale of survival, influence, and eternal legacy. The sands of time could bury its people, but they could never erase the brilliance, innovation, and ambition that Egypt poured into the world. Today, we walk among ruins that once housed gods, pharaohs, and queens, feeling the pulse of a civilization that refused to be forgotten. As the sun sets over the timeless deserts of Egypt, the story of this magnificent civilization comes full circle. From the birth of a nation along the life-giving Nile, to the awe-inspiring monuments of the pharaohs, from the mystical world of gods and magic to the bold rule of queens who defied history, and the groundbreaking innovations that reshaped human knowledge, ancient Egypt was not just a civilization, it was a phenomenon. But even empires as mighty as this could not escape the march of time. Invasions by Assyrians, Persians, Greeks, and Romans gradually chipped away at the grandeur of Egypt, yet its legacy endured, immortalized in stone, myth, and the very fabric of human culture. Every temple, tomb, and hieroglyph tells a story of ambition, devotion, and the relentless pursuit of immortality. Egypt taught the world that civilization is measured not just by power, but by the ideas, art, and innovations we leave behind. And here's the truth that will make you see history differently: the secrets of Egypt are far from fully uncovered. Hidden chambers, undeciphered texts, and ancient mysteries still lie beneath the sands, waiting for those bold enough to seek them. Imagine standing where pharaohs once walked, feeling the pulse of a civilization that defied death itself. If you've been amazed, intrigued, and inspired by this journey through time, don't let it end here. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue to explore the lost wonders, forgotten empires, and untold stories of the ancient world. Trust us, you don't want to miss what comes next. The story of human history is far bigger, stranger, and more incredible than you can imagine, and with every video, we uncover the truths they tried to hide. Subscribe now, and become part of this journey through time, mystery, and wonder, because history this extraordinary deserves to be shared, remembered, and celebrated. The sands of Egypt have stories to tell, and you're just getting started.